For too many kids in this country, this statement is true. High school stinks. Kids all over this country view high school as something to get through, something to survive, something to endure. And that's a shame. What do we tell kids? Do what you're told to do. Over and over and over again. I went to a wonderful high school in Philadelphia that has very well regarded, and tried to sit through their 9-period day. By the end of the day, not only could I not remember what the stuff I'd learned the first period, I couldn't remember what class it was. And the other big problem is this about the stuff we teach kids is it's stuff that we give no relevance to why they may ever actually need to know it. Learn this or you will be labeled failing. Learn this for no apparent reason, by the way, but you're going to get tested on it. And that leads to the powerful question that children have asked for generations, which is, why do I need to know it? The only thing that matters in our schools today is making sure that you don't stink quite so much at the stuff you're bad at. The sad thing is what they should have told her years ago is that there is, for an English major, there is as much poetry as a ball in flight as there is in the written word. And that to understand physics is to understand the language of the physical world. And the practical application, as well as the sheer beauty of it, is worth learning. What I will tell you is it doesn't have to be that way. We can teach to joy. We can teach to passion. We can teach to interest. School should not just be about a series of required courses, but school should teach us how to learn. To me, what we should all be doing, regardless of where we teach, regardless of who we teach, is helping our students become 21st century citizens. Because if you shoot for workforce, you're shooting too low. But if you shoot for citizens, we'll get the workforce. We need the cubicles not that hard. But we need scholars. We need activists. We need parents. We need neighbors. We need voters. We need philanthropists. We need citizens. And schools have got to help kids get there. The most powerful influences on school design in America was the factory and the prison. Think of your average high school with its square hallways, with all of the cells that the children go into, only to be released for very short amounts of activity and then back into their cells. We move them through, we traffic them through so that way they can get the least amount of trouble humanly possible and interact only in specific and very, very defined ways. The first thing we've got to do is dream bigger. If the most that we can imagine that these tools can do is create the brand new film strip or a better way to test, then the failure of our imagination is beyond great. These tools should allow kids to create, to research, to connect, to make meaning in ways we can only dream about. These tools must allow them to harness the richness of the human experience across the globe. Let us use these tools to unlock their minds, not to tell them everything they must learn. Let everyone here who interacts with young people know this. We teach children. The difference between the statement of I teach physics and I teach kids physics is the ball game. We have to approach this idea of asking these questions and seeking out these answers with a profound humility, knowing all that we do not know. Once we find some answers, we got to build real stuff. Kids should build things that matter. I believe that children can change the world. I really do. It was said earlier that, again, the day we stop treating high school and childhood as preparation for real life, but rather honor the rich and powerful lives that they lead now, is the day that we actually move towards creating a just and fair society. One that harnesses the resources of all of its members. And when we do that, we have to ask ourselves a question. Why in this age of Google? Why in this age where information is available 24/7, 365? Why do we still need school? Why do children even have to go to school? What I will tell you is there's one thing left that the adults have to teach. It's probably the most important thing we've always taught. We teach wisdom.